Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of 401k Real Talk. This is Fred Barstein, contributing editor at wealthmanagement.com's RPA Edge and CEO at Trow, TPSU, and 401k TV. I review all of last week's stories and select the 5 most important and interesting ones, providing open, honest, and candid discussion you will not get anywhere else. So let's get real. First story, new job creation remains strong in July with 187,000, which is a 31-month growth streak, with unemployment at near record lows at 3.5%, led by healthcare and education sectors. Business services declined by 8,000 jobs. Wages increased 4.4% compared to last July, which is still ahead of inflation. Experts are now more optimistic about avoiding a hard landing, which is a recession and high interest rates, even as the Fed increased interest rates recently, with very few employers indicating a significant cut in headcount. Job growth, interest rates, and inflation affect benefits as a driver in the war for talent continues. Most people who want to work can, and benefits are a key weapon to attract and retain employees and a big advantage over the gig economy, which continues to grow. Next story, with inflation and market volatility causing workers to be less confident about retirement, according to a recent Schwab survey, job hunters consider 401ks a must-have and non-negotiable. Another recent study indicated that workers are even willing to sacrifice wages for access to a retirement plan at work. 62% of workers consider inflation to be an obstacle to savings, up from 45% last year, and similarly, market volatility at 42%, up from 35%. 78% of workers overall say both inflation and market volatility are affecting their saving and spending, while 36% are now expecting to delay retirement, and just 10% are confident they can meet their goals. Though advice is coveted, just 4% of workers have adopted AI, with an overwhelming majority wanting to interact with financial professionals. Next story, Paychex announced that sales in its PEPs doubled recently and now account for 25% of their over 100,000 plans. Sales are booming, with 24,000 new plans sold last year, up from just 20,000 in 2021 and 17,000 the prior year. Paychex cited state mandates as a driver, as well as referrals from CPAs. My column on PEPs, asking whether they are a panacea or passing fad, got almost 10,000 views on LinkedIn, drawing lots of comments. The paycheck numbers, along with growing interest from wealth advisors and DC plans, which I covered this week in my wealthmanagement.com column, seem to indicate that PEPs are taking off and will only become more attractive with scale. Next story, is Vestwell the only game in town for state plans? It seems that way, winning all new mandates since 2022. Though they spawn new DC plans, in and of themselves, these state plans are not very attractive, with very low account balances, which may have caused the only other provider, Ascensus, which manages the Cal Savers plans, to back off. Vestwell has 30,000 plans, but just $27 billion is venture-backed, which may allow them for a longer investment horizon, and has created a streamlined, straight-through process using new technologies, lowering startup costs. They recently announced a partnership with JP Morgan after inking a deal with Morgan Stanley and had acquired a student loan debt provider. And just this week, they announced a partnership with Assure, an HR software company with 100,000 clients representing 1.7 million employees, offering payroll and other HR tools. Finally, the DC industry, especially plan sponsors, is very concerned about implementation of Secure 2.0, according to a PSCA survey, especially the Roth catch-up provision for workers making more than $140,000, scheduled to go into effect 1/1/24. At TPSU programs, it is the -- question about the new law. While advocates are pushing for a delay because the Roth generates revenue and was likely needed to fund the new law, the government has been silent so far. So those were the most important stories from the past week. I listed a few others I thought were worth reading. Please let me know if I missed anything or if you have any comments. Otherwise, I look forward to speaking to you next week on 401k Real Talk.